You are now listening to the TuckersDaily Podcast with your hosts, LJ and Tiffany Tucker, a house that is united unless we're talking football.
Yo, yo, yo. And we're back.
We are back.
Back with the new season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been off for a little bit, but we're back, y'all, to give y'all episode after episode, you know?
Yep.
No falling off this time. No falling off.
We'll try.
We will try.
We're going to try to do an episode, at least 2 episodes a week for the entire football season. I know last time we stopped mid-season.
Commitment.
Life stuff happened, but we're committed. to the season 24-25 season.
Do it.
Let's go.
I will say, babe, this
Let's go.
2024 season, it's going to be actually interesting. I like the draft picks, the rookies that came in.
Yes, there's so much to talk about, so little time, because
Right.
we're actually kind of behind. As you can tell, when you're listening to this, you are probably getting ready for the first Sunday of football.
Right.
So
And you think about it.
Yeah.
Look at us. Well, we got a new setup, you know, new scene.
setup.
But we're going to give y'all good content week after week.
Yes.
So, the first, I guess our first episode, I would say episode 1 of new season, we want to talk about predictions.
What do we think about these teams, these divisions? Who's going to win? How many wins you're going to have? How many losses you're going to have? Who's going to be
Who's going to be
dominating?
That team. So if you followed us last year, we had a couple of teams that surprised us. And just like every season, I think this year is going to be the same. But I do think the teams that we thought last year were sorry, actually going to be pretty good this year. So
let's do a quick run through, right?
Quick
Let's
run through. Let's
completely take away from the things we should have done, the videos. We're just going to do like a quick summary. So let's go. Rookies. What do we think about the rookies this season? Give me an overview of what you think about the rookies. Who you think's hot? Who you think's not?
So we know this rookie class had a big hype on Caleb Williams.
Big hype.
I see him doing good, but I think he's going to progress to his potential. I don't think he's just going to come in and just lights out be a top quarterback. Like I think you have time. You got to take some steps. You can't just.
You are one of the few to think
you got to come in and put your time in. I think the game is going to speed up for him. You know, he was at USC. The game was probably a lot slower. That's why it looked like he was very comfortable. But you talking about NFL now. You're dealing with the best of the best. So I think the game is going to be a lot faster for him. But I do think he'll grasp it and he will get it eventually. But coming in, nah. And it's few that can come in and just take off.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud. But but it's a few. You know, another rookie that I think is going to be pretty good. Just because his dad was a Hall of Famer, of course. Is a Hall of Famer.
Oh, no.
Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's going to be pretty good. You know, his tall, huge frame. I think he's
very tall.
Definitely going to be a good receiver. And then when you have a receiver like Marvin Harrison as your father to teach you things and how to be a pro, the sky's the limit for him. His only drawback will be Kyler Murray, who I think Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, but that'll be the up and down of his season, you know, how good Kyler Murray would play.
But at least they gave him a tall receiver, so he can
Right. Another good rookie. I like Rome Odunze, who came in with the Bears. That's actually, I think the Bears did good by picking Caleb and then getting a rookie receiver to grow with them. I think that's good. Malik Neighbors, I think, probably was the best receiver as far as the most skilled receiver coming out that played for the Giants. But that's the problem. He went to the Giants. I don't think the Giants have that quarterback that's really going to feed him the ball like he should be getting it. My underrated receiver is going to be Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. Like, a lot of people sleep on him, but this dude is 6'3", 220, and ran a 4.3, 4.35, I believe, 4.32. And you figure Xavier Worthy ran a 4.2 something, 4.28, 4.29, whatever his 40, fastest man, but and he's almost 50, 60 pounds lighter. You know, that's crazy, you know, to be that big and run that fast. So that was just the top of the rookies I could think about. You know, we're gonna dive a little more deeper into that, but those are rookies I can think probably have some good upside in this league.
Okay. For me, I'll do real quick. I won't go in depth as much, but I do think Caleb Williams will be good. I don't think he's going to put up numbers like, I don't know. I think his confidence that he's coming in with, although it might be annoying to most, I think that's what's going to help him on the field, and I also think that's what's going to help him progress, right? So when you have someone who's so confident and someone who has been boosting your head so much, and you're so confident, there's like little room to fail, and so I think that's what works in his favor. That he's going to be double time making sure he lives up to the status that they've put him under, and so I think that's what's going to help him. I think the team in itself is a whipstick, so they really should be pretty good. Now, are they going to the Super Bowl? Definitely not. But I do think, they'll have a good season.
Yeah.
I know we already saw the game, but full disclosure, if I'm being honest, I've been saying that Xavier Worthy is going to be the sleeper. What I know, and I said this, and he can attest to the truth of this while we were watching the game, is that I said after watching preseason, I knew the way they would use Xavier Worthy is everyone is not even going to be paying attention to him. And he'll probably have one person on him, and he's going to completely outrun them. He's going to be all the way down the field. Mahomes going to see it, and it's going to be a long pass to Xavier Worthy. Right. They're going to keep running that type of play and system for him because he's so fast. Right. And what did they do at their game? 2 times. He was out there in the outfield by himself. Yep. Mahomes stole the bomb. 2 touchdowns on his first game.
Kind of like the reenactment, him and Tyreek.
Yeah, exactly. So I like him. Rome, I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to do the same thing. Right. Of course, he's not going to be as fast and out there and outfield like that. But I think what he's going to do is just be an elite receiver. Right. I think he'll probably beat out Keenan Allen, to be honest.
I can see that. Keenan on his
I'm
just
saying, DJ Moore will do his thing, but Keenan not. Who else?
I'm gonna put this in there. It was a quarterback that my wife was kind of high on, and unfortunately, he got hit with the injury bug.
JJ.
Yes.
If JJ
would have
stayed healthy, yes. I think he would.
He was having a good preseason.
Oh, I think Jaden Daniels will do good. I think he's the new Lamar Jackson, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be just like that. He's going to be running. He's going to be passing. All those things.
Let me add this in here real quick because I feel bad that I forgot to mention this. So my quarterback that I think is going to have the best season out of all the rookies is Mr. Man Nix.
He did very good preseason.
Right.
He's starting QB for Denver and captain of the team.
Right.
So
and I think he may change the game. I'm just throwing this out here. This may it may stick. He's going to change the game.
Whoa.
I think he's going to do it where a lot of people are going to stay in college a lot longer.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that benefits you staying in college a little longer. You get that it seems like you develop a lot better being in college a lot more instead of getting thrown out there in the wolves in the NFL so quickly. Like there is. I'm not going to say you can't, but there are. I think you have a good upside of staying in college a little longer. Because if you look at Bo Nix, he comes in, he's very calm, very poised. He actually runs the offense pretty well for him being a rookie.
Honestly, I think he's just a good QB. I don't think you need to stay in that long. 1, because you might get injured, and 2, because no matter how long you play in college football, you're still going to be a rookie in the NFL. It'll never get to the level of the NFL. So whether you come out after 4 or at 7, you're still now playing with grown men. You're still playing with young boys.
It's just we'll see. This year,
but I get it. You develop your skill.
He developed
his skill over time.
And it could be the programs he was in too. Him being in Auburn and going to Oregon. Those are 2 top programs. So I can see.
So
plus that's my team. So I can see him doing good.
What we're saying is, we have some good rookies came out of this class.
It was a good rookie.
It's
really
good
rookie class.
To see.
Yes,
it's gonna be nice to see, and I think there's gonna be the Michigan guy. What's the Michigan running back? I think he's gonna be a sleeper.
Yes, Blake Corum.
Watch what I say. He's gonna be a sleeper.
Yeah, they already talking about Kyron Williams.
Big
punts,
punts. That's all.
But we're gonna go ahead and dive into these predictions. This is actually gonna be a very interesting segment because some people might agree with us, some people not. And I think it's some teams that's going to be a very, very huge sleeper this year that's going to disappoint some teams that you think going to be the top.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and dive into
kick it off with the AFC East.
Let's do AFC East.
We have in the AFC East, we have the New York Jets, we have Miami, New England Patriots, and Buffalo. So let's talk about wins and losses and place.
Okay.
Top person in
we
the
could do
division.
We could do that. Wins and losses.
Who do you think will be the top in the division?
In that division,
how many wins and losses do you think they'll have?
I think Miami gets it done.
Okay.
I think Miami gets it done.
I agree.
I think Miami is a sleeper team.
Mm-hmm.
They slowly been getting pieces, and I think with everybody coming back, as long as they stay healthy, but I think that's with every team.
Yeah.
On defense. I think that's the biggest thing. Offense, you know they can score a point. It was the defense for me. Defense, they have some key pieces to get hurt.
So,
but
how many wins they gonna have? How many?
It's gonna be 17 games. I do think they'll get in. I'll say 10-7.
Oh, you are copying me. I also have Miami as the number one in their division with 10 wins, 7 losses.
Yeah, I could have copied you.
All right.
But I do, and we're gonna stick in that division. Jets come in second. I think the reason why Jets
Same.
But it's gonna come down to Jets playing the Dolphins for that division. For me, I don't think it's gonna be an upright. We just know Dolphins gonna win division. I think Dolphins win, but they're gonna beat the Jets for the division title.
What's their win and loss?
Well, it have to be 9-8 because they're gonna. I got them playing against each other, for the division. Also pending freaking Aaron Rodgers staying healthy, man. He got to stay healthy because they don't have a backup plan after him.
I think he'll stay healthy. I think what they made sure to do is make sure that line. I think we're going to see a lot of probably calls on their line because I think their line is going to be sure to protect Aaron Rodgers. I think that they are going to risk penalties before they risk Aaron getting hurt and sacks.
I can see that.
Because they know he can't get hurt.
He can't get hurt again.
They don't even want him to be touched
at all.
So
at all.
Yeah.
And they got and Jets not a sorry team because Jets got Breece Hall. I like Breece Hall. I like Garrett Wilson. You know they got a great team, but they have no backup plan after Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I know we could say they got Tyrod Taylor, who's not bad, but not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. So after that, I have Buffalo naturally, and then after that, we have the Patriots.
Yeah, I see Patriots being the sorriest team.
2-15
in the league, but they could shock me.
2 wins, 15 losses.
But I'll eat that. If they shock me, I'll eat that. But on paper, they look the sorry team right now.
Drake May.
It's not even Drake May, baby. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I know, but I'm saying as far as they don't have the fact that Brissett is starting already over Drake May, and Drake May is a first-round draft pick, says a lot to me.
What, third? He was a third or fourth? He was third pick.
Yeah, that says a lot to me.
That is a lot.
And Brissett is actually a good quarterback. He just throws a lot of picks, but he throws as much picks as kind of he throws touchdowns and stuff. So it kind of levels it out. But still, it's he's not as efficient as a quarterback.
He's a solid backup.
Yeah,
he's a solid. Brissett is a solid backup.
If he's your
starter, that says a lot.
Drake May must not be doing good.
And that means they're very conservative.
Yeah.
That means they're very conservative. So,
all right, let's move it on to the AFC West. Where the West Coast at?
You already know how I feel about this. This my division here.
Denver Broncos 7-10
will not be 7-10. That sucks. How she's just gonna up and say
7
that.
wins, 10
so
losses.
I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not gonna be. Not gonna be. Whoa.
Count it.
But I see Chiefs winning division.
Of course.
I see Chiefs winning division.
You saw that game they just played?
I actually think they have gotten better. I think they have more depth.
They now have receivers.
Right. And they got a lot of speed. And that takes a lot of pressure off of Kelsey. Because if you watch the game, Kelsey didn't do nothing but bring the fan base.
You don't have to bring that up.
But Kelsey is very pivotal because he's the one who leads the team.
I know.
But they got a lot of speed. They got a lot of good receivers. But I'm going to pick my... we're doing the record. I got them winning 13 games.
Who?
I think
Who?
Chiefs.
Oh.
Chiefs winning 13. They're gonna go 13-4.
I thought you were talking about Denver.
I think go 13-4. Just because with their the division, and then I don't see people really matching up the receivers. And they got their number one receiver is not even playing. Hollywood Brown is not even playing right now. once he comes back probably mid-season, let's come on. Like, you talking 2 Tyreek type players out there because Hollywood can run too. Then you got Rashee Rice and you got running back. They got a lot of team speed, just like the Dolphins with a better quarterback.
12-5.
And defense. Well, 12-5. But bias or not, Broncos coming in a hard second. Broncos are coming in at a hard second.
A hard no.
I think we get 9 wins and make the playoffs.
That's a hard no.
I think we get 9 wins and make the playoffs.
That's a hard no.
Did you see the preseason game?
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it though, we don't have pressure on us. It's no
it.
pressure. We have a good team. There's no pressure, and we playing as a team. How football should be played. So here at first, Broncos, and when y'all jump on the bandwagon for my Broncos, we accept you, but just know you're gonna get that side eye. You're gonna get that side eye.
Like you getting right now. So I think Broncos will be 7-10. Okay.
I can't even be mad at that because of what we had last year.
I think Bo Nix is going to do better and he fits the scheme better, but I still think y'all are rebuilding. I think y'all finally now have a quarterback that you can build around, but you don't have anything else.
It's all right.
To me, you have okay players to keep you in the game to win a few games, but not enough to be second in division. I think the Chargers are going to be second in division.
And that hurt my heart.
That's just what I think. I mean,
it's all right. We'll see. I don't think the Chargers are going to do good. I actually got them less than 7 wins.
Wow.
Less than 7 wins.
Really?
One, they have nobody who we can't even name a receiver they're throwing it to. And the receiver,
well, you don't need it. When you have a good quarterback,
that's it. They don't have no running back.
Well, but you have a good veteran quarterback, just like Kansas City when they didn't have anybody.
Let's stop
you can
saying
create
good.
people.
Let's stop saying good and veteran and then putting Herbert at the end of that sentence.
Herbert is. I mean, maybe veteran is very extreme, but not really.
No, I don't like that. I don't think
Herbert puts up numbers, even with a team that And when Keenan Allen was there, whatever.
As I'm gonna keep telling you, it's the modern day Phillip Rivers. No disrespect to Phillip Rivers, but we all know Phillip Rivers do good in the regular season. We get to the preseason. I mean, playoffs, choke. And
that's all they need to be second in division.
But okay, we'll see.
Right? We wanted them to be second in division. So if he gets to the playoff and choke, it's fine. He still beat y'all out. Second in division.
They're not being second. We're being second in division. But anyway.
I want to see you win. I want to see you win. And I hope Denver does well.
Do you?
I'm just realistic.
We got the new uniforms too? Come on. Let's get it.
But I'm okay with you being biased because I'm going to be biased when we get down.
Yes, because I got something for you too. Anyway, AFC.
Don't play with it.
Let's do AFC North.
Well, we forgot Vegas. Vegas, they're not going to be good.
No, Vegas. I think they'll be good next year, though, because they're going to get them a good quarterback next year at this draft. Upcoming draft. But AFC North, which probably is the toughest division.
Very tough.
I would say if everybody stays healthy, that's the toughest division.
I have Baltimore winning that division.
How they played the
other day.
I still like them.
But I still like them. They'll get their act together. It's like a lot of nerves and jitters. Like Lamar was off. I mean, come on.
And the sleeper
even
pick,
with that, they still did okay.
The sleeper pick, though, I think.
No.
No. I'm not gonna say who you think I'm gonna say because I think they still kind of iron out some things. But I think Cincinnati.
Okay.
I think Cincinnati makes their run. It seems like a lot of media been on them.
If Jamar Chase gets his act together,
he getting act there. He's actually gonna play. I think Cincinnati. We all know if everybody stay healthy, of course. It's just Burrow. Because Burrow was doing good until he got hurt last year. If he stay healthy, I think they make a good run. And there's been a lot of media coverage for Cincinnati with these receivers. Oh, they don't have nobody. Oh, everybody want to leave. I think that's what's going to fuel them to possibly even win the division. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say they win the division. After I saw what Baltimore did
I don't think they're going to stay that way. The thing with Baltimore on Thursday, and we can talk about that real quickly, is that they didn't utilize their team like they should have. Henry was not utilized in the plays. And if you go out and you get a new power back running back, then your scheme needs to change. Your playbook should change because Lamar should not be running around the field like that. You can run if you want to, but you have a running back.
He had over 100 yards.
Do not outcast your running back. And you see Henry over there looking like a poor little puppy because Lamar is taking the run game away from him.
Right. And I know some people think, the strategy will save Henry for the playoffs, but you got to make it to the playoffs.
No, they shouldn't do like they did the Eagles last night. You see how the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is also a running quarterback, but what did they do? They use Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts only ran when he needed to.
That's as it should. And Lamar, he's a great quarterback. We all know that. He's a great quarterback. But let's be honest. You're what, $180, $190. And I know you're tough. You can take those hits. You're a quarterback.
Not a running back.
These people are going to be gunning for you. Ask your previous running quarterbacks. They are really going to be gunning. You might can do it now, but to sustain that a whole season, utilize your running back.
He clearly does sustain it whole season. But what I think is you don't need to do that anymore if you go get a premier running back. If you didn't, why spend money on a premier running back if you're going to still run the ball like that?
Right.
No one's saying you can't never run the ball. It's just that Henry should be the power runner in the playbook. Like
Henry, you got Hill, who actually did good. Hill picking up blocks, and you think you still got another Keaton Mitchell. So use your running backs and focus on just being quarterback throwing it, and I think you'll be great.
So that might be their downfall if they don't utilize.
And that's my only gripe with the Ravens.
Spread that out.
That's my only gripe. I think Ravens are the better team out of the whole division, probably the whole league.
Well, what about Cleveland Browns? Like, come on. Cleveland.
To be honest, Cleveland got a good roster. They probably have one of the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson coming off a full year. I got high hope for them, but it's still unknown.
Yeah. We need to see what Deshaun can do because we haven't seen what Deshaun can do since he was in Houston.
Give me about 3 games with Deshaun playing the full game under the center, and I can let you know my prediction may change. But that's with everybody, even with the Steelers.
I still had them like 8 wins, 9 losses.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. And it's possible that 4 teams could come from that division because they are that's how strong that division is.
All right, let's move to Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh,
woo!
I think Pittsburgh actually has a better team than people will give them credit for.
Well, we know Russell is questionable already. You know, Russell already. I really like Russell as a person, right? I really like him. You know, a man of faith, a God, that's always stand up in my book. However, it's looking kind of bleak for football. Now, don't get me wrong. He did good last season. Even with all the drama at Denver, he actually performed very well. His stats, go back and look at it. Everybody who think he sucked last year, go back and look at his stats. Yeah, he was
top 10 quarterback.
Come on. Let's not play. But so the Pittsburgh, they have to treat him like he's Ben. They have to treat Russell like Ben, right? You know what that means? They need to protect the pocket. He needs to just be able to have time to stand in the pocket to throw the ball because he cannot scramble, he cannot run, and the pocket cannot collapse. If they can do that, they'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
But I don't think they're gonna do that.
My gripe is my thing is they got.
Justin Fields will be playing.
One of the best coaches. Let's call it what it is. That's my favorite coach. I will say. Like if I had to pick a franchise, it would be him as my coach. Yeah. And with that being said, you can't count them out because Russell, whoever is on the center, as long as they play better than what they had last year, they'll be all right. Because you think about it, they won a lot last year with what they had, and they're a running team. That's what people forget. They are a running team. So the quarterback, you just need to have average play. Just don't turn the ball over. They are a running team.
But he will turn the ball over.
He will.
If the pocket collapses.
He will.
They have to have a strong pocket for Russell for that not to happen.
I think Steelers is that team where they're going to always, in every game they play, they're going to always be close. Yeah. It's going to always be close because of the defense. So... But I got Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's gonna.
I have Baltimore still topping
gonna do pretty good in that division.
All right, AFC South. We all know who's gonna top that division, and yes, I'm biased.
I can't. She's biased because she is from Houston. That's her team, but I have to agree with her. Like you just gotta look on paper and look at everything they got. Texans losing that division is kind of hard for me to see. Yeah.
But I will say, let me be realistic because I got to be real. I feel like we have a whipstick of a team. I like the fact that Stroud is saying that whoever's open getting the ball. So there's no real favoritism. Right. We already know like Diggs is probably number 1 option, Collins. But I like the fact that whoever's getting open. I like the fact we have Mixon. We don't have Stroud is not a very running quarterback. He's a thrower. Right. So that Mixon being there is going to be awesome for us. Right. However, I will say I feel like there's a lot of pressure on us to do better than last year. And we did good last year. 100%. And I think sometimes that is what can be our downfall. And so I just hope that's not our downfall because there's so much pressure for Stroud to be so great. They're already trying to compare his season to Caleb's season when it's like we're not in the same class. But so I hope we continue to power forward and be just, I honestly am okay with just a great season like last year. Even if we don't do better than last year, if we do like we did last year, I'm better with that.
You made the playoffs. You made the playoffs. You will. I think you'll be. I actually think you would run deep in the playoffs.
And we win a division, of course. Who's beating us?
Honestly, it's only 2 teams that I think that can compete. 3 if I'm joking. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. But my 2 teams, it will be Ravens and Kansas City, as far as AFC. Oh. I mean, no, 3. Ravens, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. Yeah, I think those 3 teams will be
that's the
ones. That competition.
Yeah. Okay.
But don't sleep on.
After Houston, I think the Colts can come in a good second.
I see the Colts.
And then Jacksonville, and then Tennessee. We all know nothing's going to happen to Tennessee. Right. Jacksonville, they're not going to.
I think Houston win 12 games, though. I do think they win 12 games.
Okay. Being modest.
Once they get it together on defense,
I gave us 10-7. But
I'll take downfall.
I'll take 12.
If they win, I think they get together on defense with that defensive line they have. I see them winning 12 games.
Yeah, and I think our defense is going to be better for everybody who have our defense all low.
Right.
You see us in the preseason?
Right. I see it. I see it. And they got new uniforms. They got new. All right. Everything is going to be good there.
All right. Move on to the
NFC.
East. So we just saw the Eagles.
Oh, we going to do East first?
Yeah. We just saw the Eagles, right?
I don't see nobody in the East beating
Did y'all see Saquon Barkley? Let's just talk about that.
He's a man among
got 33 fantasy points all for this week.
Man among boys. I'm so happy for Saquon. A lot of people doubted him. I think, honestly, skill-wise, he is arguably the best running back in the league.
I think we all saw last night
He is the best running back in the league.
Who forgot, don't forget about Barkley.
Y'all can say CMC, who I think is great, but name one thing that CMC can do that Saquon can't do. Nothing. And I think Saquon is better because of the strength. He could power, the man can do everything. He can catch, he can block, he can do everything. Yep. And it was the greatest thing for him to leave the Giants and go to the Eagles. And Eagles are going to benefit for having Saquon Barkley.
Right.
So, all you fantasy users with Saquon, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you because you got to steal. That's probably the number 1 pick out of the draft.
All right. And number 1 in the division. Who's coming next in that division?
I'm going to give Dallas just because of Dak. I'm going to give it to Dallas. You got to. They're way better than Giants. They're going to be way better than Washington. I got to give it to the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, it's going to be
Dallas. The Dallas Cowgirls.
I think Eagles beat them twice. I think Eagles win the division. I think Dallas maybe slide in on a wild card game. That's my prediction for Dallas. Okay. I don't know how many wins they get because Dallas is Dallas. But I do think they're gonna sneaky get in there because of Dak and CD.
9-8. 9 wins.
But
taking it down.
Eagles win that division.
After that, we have Washington and New York Giants. Washington, it just depends on what Daniels does.
I think they tank. Not even on purpose. They tank because they're just that sorry.
What?
No, not Washington. I'm talking about Giants.
Oh,
I'm like,
dang.
I think Giants don't tank. I just think Giants have nothing but defense. They won't get it going on offense. And the defense is not that strong. The defensive line is good, and they got a couple linebackers. But let's be honest, they're gonna fall. They're gonna get that first pick.
Why do you think they're gonna fall?
Because they want to get the quarterback, and they probably go get Carson Beck. I think he'll be the best quarterback for them coming out.
Okay,
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
They're just gonna.
Daniel Jones wasn't it, and you're gonna see. Now, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong, Daniel Jones. Because I actually had high hopes for you. Yeah. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
y'all should have kept Saquon.
I agree. They're gonna come in last in division. Washington, but I do feel like Washington football team, their season's gonna depend on Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
so
I
think, like I said, he's the next little Lamar Jackson. So if they protect him, he'll be all right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of unknowns with Washington.
But they're still rebuilding. Mediocre.
They're still rebuilding.
They're gonna be mediocre.
If you notice what they're doing, they have dropped good key pieces, but they're building. And I wouldn't give them this year, but next year, y'all better watch out for Washington football team.
All right, let's go to
the West.
Okay, NFC West, top of the division.
I'm gonna pop it off. Rams.
I agree.
I think the Rams, what they got out there on offense, I think they're going to score so many points that the defense just need to make one stop.
Yeah, I agree. Their offense.
They have improved. And that offense, with Cup healthy.
Yeah.
You got Puka, 2 running backs, that's good. I don't see the offense slouching at all. They're going to have one of the top offenses. Mm-hmm. Coming in second, I'm going to give it to the 49ers. Mm-hmm. Just because they're 49ers. But I don't think the 49ers are going to be as good as they were.
I think they fall off this year.
I do think so, too.
I think they fall off. And I think Purdy is we will see this year that Purdy is not the quarterback.
I hate that
franchise
for him, though.
Quarterback. But, I mean, he had a good ride. But I just think that he, it kind of sucks because he probably also will not get the big contract.
There you go. And I think it's all part of the narrative. The whole narrative of, well, we don't want to pay him, so we're going to make him look bad to give us a reason not to pay him. You see how long it took them to pay Ayuk. So now you just paid Ayuk. Now you know what I'm saying? You just restructured Trent Williams. You got to play Birdie. You're going to have to play Purdy. Now, will they? I don't think
Birdie.
They will. Birdie.
Little Birdie.
I think they're the type of team they'll find a way either try to keep Purdy mm-hmm. on a low contract, mm-hmm. or they'll just go ahead and draft another quarterback, or sign a little quarterback to fit in that system.
Okay, all right. Next, Arizona. I'm never
low key.
Arizona.
Low key, that's another unknown team. I think.
No, it's not unknown.
I think they do good this year.
They come in third in the division.
I think they do good this year.
Might be last because Seattle might go ahead and take that spot.
I think Arizona is actually going to compete for second for the division.
It's because you like, what's his name?
I like Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Full season.
I'm not too big on Kyler Murray.
Y'all here first. Y'all here first. Arizona. Gonna be my sneaky.
They never really do anything to me.
But that's the thing.
They're always
it's teams like
just
that.
kind of like mediocre, and I think they'll be mediocre again. And I also think Seattle this year might actually be way better than they were last year. I do. I think that
I'm going bold prediction for that one. I think
bold prediction for Seattle.
Seattle's going to be very sorry this year.
Very sorry.
And I think they move on from Geno, and they're going to go after Dak.
I think Geno's show.
I think they're going to get Dak next year. This is Dak last year on his contract. Dak be a free agent if they don't pay him during the season. I doubt they pay him. I think Seattle's going to go make a run for them.
If they get rid of Dak, who they going to get?
That's some Cowboys got to figure out.
I'm just asking, who would they get?
That's some Cowboys got to figure out.
So I think that I'm slipping on the name.
I just messed up. I messed up.
I think Seattle will be good, and I think that they know that. What's the man's name? Why am I having a brain slip? The QB in Seattle.
Oh, Geno.
I think Geno knows that he needs to do well to keep his spot. And I think that's why we're going to see him do very well.
But he's not.
And I think they're going to get Jigba into the mix because they didn't get him into the mix last time. I think he'll get in the mix this time, and I think they're going to have a good season. DK going to be doing his thing.
Well, how good, though? Are we talking playoff good, or are we talking just...
I'm thinking
they over 500.
I'm thinking wild card spot.
Oh, that's a bold prediction. Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
Yep. All right, let's move into NFC North. North.
Actually, low key, this might be the second best division in the league.
Yeah.
We're gonna run through the teams.
I get you on that one. Yeah. We got Detroit.
Who I think
it's gonna win the division.
I think they come in second.
To who?
I think Green Bay. Even though Green Bay lost.
Oh my gosh! First of all, you saw the game last night.
But
Jordan Love is probably out.
But that's on a neutral field. That was bad conditions.
He got hurt.
I think Love, he is hurt. Hopefully he's back. But I do think Green Bay. But it's not just outright win division. I think Green Bay play the Lions and they win that game. They win the split.
No way. You crazy.
I might be a little crazy. I love that. I love the underdog story.
Well, they're going to keep it.
But I'm not going to lie. Detroit is going to be very good.
They're going to win a division. And then Green Bay can come in. I think Green Bay and Chicago are really going to be fighting for the second spot.
I don't think that. I think Minnesota and Minnesota and Chicago are going to be fighting on who's the sorriest team.
I don't think so. I think Chicago going to shock you.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Minnesota, I will say this. Minnesota probably would have been better if JJ stayed.
A lot of people sleep on Sam Darnold. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think with the right... And they got one of the best lines in the league.
He's back up for a reason.
And y'all sleeping on Justin Jefferson. They got a good running game.
No one sleeps on Justin Jefferson.
Minnesota...
But that don't mean Justin Jefferson can't win the division.
Well, I'm saying sleeping on them because, him being out last year, he really didn't get a lot of playing time, for the season.
We'll see. He'll still.
I think he turns it around. He's gonna put up good numbers.
Yeah.
And I honestly think Minnesota is gonna shock some teams.
Okay. All right, NFC South.
By far, it's gonna be an exciting
You know what?
division.
This is a division
that
is like everyone is like
up
for grabs.
Right.
Not up for grabs, but like everyone's division is like a seesaw or like tiering.
You know what I was gonna say?
Like
This
you can be
division,
horrible,
like
you can
all
be good.
you're right. All 14, it's like they move.
It's
the
like
same
it's
move.
like they're
They
either gonna be
move,
horrible or they're
they
gonna
all
be great.
good. You're right.
Like they have potential to be great, but they also have potential
There you
to
go.
suck. Like
There you go.
All these teams.
They move
just
alike. They move
don't
alike.
know what they're doing.
And it's like you're right.
Yeah.
I can never say, oh, this one team just all better than them.
Right. So like Falcons, right? Could be amazing. You know, you got Kirk Cousins. He's going to throw. You got some good receivers. You have Bijan Robinson. You have Pitts as your tight end. You still have London over there.
You have
you
all
guys
these
have
defensive
everything
players.
you need to be a great team. But you
Right.
know what you don't have that's always so great is a good playbook. So that's the problem. Okay?
I like
so we'll
that. I
see.
like that.
You need to use Bijan. Everyone's saying he's going to be used. You got a new coach who's an offensive coach. So let's see. I hope it works. But that's the thing, right? You got Carolina.
No, I'm gonna tell you about Carolina because we did just make the comment of they all move together. Carolina revamped their offensive line. Carolina revamped their offensive line.
Except for Carolina.
And them getting better pieces of the offensive line. Now it's really going to come down to Bryce. Bryce has no excuses. They got him good.
I see Bryce doing better.
They got him some solid
receivers.
receivers. His receivers are pretty okay. They're not bad.
Wash of a season.
It can be. Now out of all the 4 teams, I do think they are still the bottom of the barrel. But I do feel like they will have a better season. I do not think they will be the sorriest team in the league like last year. I don't think that at all. I think they will win some games that you be like, dang, Panthers won.
I think they will be in competition for the sorriest team.
Okay.
I won't say they're immediately the sorriest team, but I think they're going to be competing for the sorriest spot. Okay. New Orleans. The NO.
New Orleans, one of them teams.
They could do good too.
They're right.
But, it depends on Derek Carr.
I'm actually gonna give them a high ceiling. I do think they'll be better than Tampa Bay.
No way.
I think they'll be better than Tampa Bay, but I don't think they'll be better than the Falcons.
I don't think they're gonna be better than Tampa Bay.
Reason why, because New Orleans
sleep on Baker, man. Y'all sleep on Baker.
No, I like Baker, but let's be honest.
What? We are.
Let's be honest. Last year
they did good.
Did they? Or the division was sorry. Let's call it what it is now.
I think
a lot of games were close.
I think everyone play up to what
they did beat. It's not like they beat all the division teams. Just like, oh my god, they won because the division was sorry.
I still think they either win a division or come in second.
Yeah, and that's why I like this division. I think this division is one of those. It's very exciting because there are teams where it's like on any given Sunday, of course, they could beat you. Yeah. But then they can also look like, oh my God, why is this even a division? Why are you a team? That's why I think it's exciting. And then when they play each other, it's like, we really don't know who will win. Ow! Ow! But we're going to give it to the Birds.
All right.
We're going to give it to the
Dirty
Birds. I think
they can dominate.
This their year. I think
Atlanta
this their year.
Can dominate this division if they literally use everything they have. They have everything they need.
I agree. So, you said it.
Let's do it.
Long as
let's do it. Long as
Cousins play like he been playing, they'll be all right.
All right. So, for the last part of this long episode, we will go ahead and do week 1 predictions because this will be the only episode we give y'all this week. So we'll go ahead and do it because it's coming up. We got 1 day, T-minus how many hours to Sunday football.
So,
all right, go ahead and bring that up, honey.
I'm gonna bring this up.
Bring it up, honey. Little baby.
That wasn't it.
Yeah, go on the internet.
So we're gonna bring this up.
So we're gonna go over who we think is gonna win or lose.
Right. For week 1.
And I'll write it down so we'll make sure.
You know how we do.
Should we? You know what? No.
You know how we do.
We won't tally up this year. Not this year. We won't tally up this episode, but we will keep count.
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, I was on pace to win last year.
She won, and I gave her a gift that if y'all checked it out, we went there. No, just no. Honestly, we cut it short, but she was on pace to win. Yes. But this year's going to be different. Because I'm not playing around this year.
Your boy was
I was hot. But it won't be like that this year.
You were not.
So we're gonna go ahead and give you predictions.
Starving.
We're
I
gonna
was
keep
eating.
it in this episode.
All
so
right.
week 1 predictions.
Week 1 predictions. Here we go.
This is an exclusive for our first episode.
When you picking your teams, remember your girl was always on point. Okay, all right.
Was new season.
All right,
New
let's go.
season.
All Panthers versus Saints.
Saints at home.
All right, who we got?
I'm gonna put Panthers. I'm gonna go Panthers on the bold prediction. Write that down for me. Okay. So we're gonna do Panthers. So Vikings and Giants. Giants are at home. I think Vikings.
I'm going Giants. I'm just, keeping it spicy. Keeping it spicy.
She says she want to go Giants. But Giants are at home, so it's like you can't beat that. Mm-hmm. But
all right, who we got next?
So the next game we have is Steelers and the Falcons. Falcons at home.
I'm going Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Dirty Birds.
I'm gonna go Falcons too. I can't root against them. I got buddies who are Falcons fans.
I can root against them, but I think they'll win.
Let's just see this. Steelers don't even know who their quarterback gonna be right now because of the injury. So we're gonna go with the Falcons. Cardinals and Bills.
Bills.
I'm going Cardinals.
Crazy.
I might be.
Okay.
I might be.
Okay.
Titans and the Bears.
I'm going to Bears.
I'm going Titans. I'm going Titans. I don't. Bears got a lot of hype, and he ain't.
You're a Caleb Williams.
No, I'm not a hater of him, but let's be real.
He's going to show you that he's real.
He hasn't. No, this is a PG audience. He hasn't got his first NFL hit.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
All right.
Anyway, Patriots and the Bengals.
The Bengals better win that game, or else if the Patriots win over the Bengals, I'm crossing Burrow off of top quarterbacks. Period. I don't care what he did at LSU. I don't care what he did his first 2 seasons in the NFL. I don't care.
And right up under her signature of crossing him out, I'm gonna go right up underneath and sign my name too. Cause he lose that game at home, nah, brother, you ain't up there.
All right.
The best game. I'm gonna go ahead and say this might be the game of the week.
I will say, as a fan of the Texans, I'm also slight fan of the Colts because I like Anthony Richardson.
Right.
And I think Texans and Colts always play each other very, very close. It's a very good game. So that's going to be a good game, but we're going to come out with the win.
I hate that though. Like, why they start the season off with a division game? Division game, this is pretty good. So, Texans play the Colts.
And the
Colts
Texans
are
will
at
win.
home.
And the Texans will win. Don't play with it.
For the sake.
Don't play with it.
For the sake